Welcome back. Episode 42. It's me, Jody. That would be Amanda, my sidekick, my better half, whatever. And then we got Winston laying right beside me, and he's the dog.
He just called me a whatever.
Whatever. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll notice that we've kind of changed positions. I'm to Amanda's left. I'm usually in the leather chair beside her on her right side, but now I've decided to sit on our little couch that's on the other side of her. What's the story with this little couch? This is not a normal couch. This is like a baby couch that when we bought it, we got like 10 pillows that they threw in with it. And I don't really know why we took all the pillows, because now I've got them piled up like right beside the couch.
Told you.
But I mix and match. Like I might use this one week when we record, and I might get another cover. But
Why do you need a pillow?
I like the, I don't. It's like a security blanket.
And you didn't give me mine.
You want one?
That one's hard. I don't like it.
There's one right there.
That one's even
one,
worse.
Well, that one came with it. Which one do you want? I'll get you one.
No, I'm good.
You want the one that looks like a knot? It's like a bunch of rope tied up together in a knot.
That one didn't come with it.
No, I know it didn't, but I'm just saying it's over there.
I'm good. Now that I look at that couch, it looks like it's got baseball legs. Baseball bat legs.
Really?
Yes, it looks like a baseball
So it's just a small little couch. It's probably 4 foot wide. It's not deep at all. If you're a bigger person, you probably wouldn't want to sit on it because it just wouldn't be comfortable. I don't even know if it'd hold a bigger person. But it almost looks like it'd be for decor somewhere that you would never sit on it, right?
Why'd we buy it?
Because we thought it'd look good in the pod room. And so we had it against that wall, which you would never see.
And we got it in here, and it's so little.
Yeah, we got it in here and had it on the back wall. It never was on camera. And then when we started recording the other podcast, I had to figure out how to sit 3 people in the room. So this was my dedicated seat now. But when we were looking at buying it, because it was inexpensive, the lady said, it'd be a good, did she say a dog couch?
Mm-hmm.
And she's right. And I thought, you know what, she's right. That would be perfect for...
Well, then you need to take that in there, and Coco can stay on that and not my couch.
I know, she needs to get off our couch. Coco sheds. And then...
If y'all hear an earthquake, it's our son. He is so...
He's got heavy feet.
I'm going to turn around one day, and there's going to be a hole in the floor.
Well, you say me and him both walk
He's
really...
worse than you.
Do we walk
He's
on our
getting
heels?
bad.
Is it
I
really
don't
like...
know what he does, but...
I don't know. I don't...
The whole house shakes.
No, that shook, though, when I just heard him just saying.
God.
But yeah, this is the perfect couch for an animal. Hence, that's why Winston is sleeping right now on it. But I like it. So, yesterday, we took...
You skipped Mother's Day. We took a week off.
We took a week off just because it's just hard. It's hard to record.
Sometimes it is.
It really is. It is hard to and we don't even like say, all right, we're going to every Thursday night at 6:30, we're going to record. We can't do that. We cannot dedicate a certain day because something always comes up.
Well, last week was rough.
I know, but
but
listen,
week. It'd been the week before,
yeah.
So we missed. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, is that so? Forget the dedicating a certain day and trying to do it because that don't work. So we're just play it by ear. Tonight is tonight,
Sunday,
and then it doesn't work. And next thing you know, it's Friday. Then we're tied up. Next thing you know, it's Saturday, and then it's like yesterday, which today is Sunday, and we're recording after church, way after church now, because we're there for a long time because we had an event. So it's like 3-4 o'clock in the evening now. But Saturday, couldn't do it yesterday because we were tied up at church on and off all day. So it's like we've got to squeeze this baby in, but in between church services on Sunday, and have it released again on Monday. It's like down to the wire every week. It's rough. It's hard to do. So anyway, we didn't record week before last. Just wasn't working, and that's fine. If it's every other week we put this thing out, that's fine. It's just the way it's gonna have to be. You right? You agree?
You right.
You right.
You right.
You right.
I'm always right. So
yesterday, we decorated the church. We had a funeral at the church. We had to decorate for our seniors at the church. Just this, that, and the other. we had to do there. So it was an all-day process for the most part. I've been telling Amanda that when they turn the turbines on at the dam, at Lewis Smith Lake Dam, it's about 8 miles from here. That is pretty cool to watch. So I thought, hey, and you've been there before when they did it, right? Once or twice?
We've only lived out here 26 years.
I know, but I didn't know.
We've been down there 999 times.
But I didn't know if I've ever got you down there right when they. I
Yes.
thought maybe
All the
once.
time.
Maybe once.
No.
You've been down there plenty of times, but not right when they turn it
when
on.
they turn them on.
So I thought, well, now that we've got
Because you
these.
used to watch your phone a lot closer than you do now when
Yeah.
they're going to turn them on.
Yeah, there's an app, of course, for it.
Let's
and
go.
There's people, and I used to fish below the dam. You can catch rainbow trout, and stuff like that. So I used to fish down there, and you want to know when what we call the water run is the generators running or turbines.
Generators.
Yeah, well, it's a generator. It's 2 generators what they
Right.
got. So because when it's running, you don't fish down there because the water's swift. So anyway, so we thought it would be pretty cool. Hey, now that we've got these wireless mics, we can go down there and video going down there when they're going to turn it on. And when they turn it on, there's a loud, is it a horn? I guess you'd say.
Siren.
It reminds me of when a tornado
Yeah.
siren that you have, throughout the county. It's very similar to that. And that goes off right before they turn them on. So anyway, it was scheduled to go off at 6 o'clock. So we squeezed that in yesterday to go down there, do that. It worked out perfect. And we wasn't there for 10 minutes. We videoed the water getting, chopped up, starting to flow, starting to rise and all that stuff. And then we left. Then we went back to church and finished up decorating. But, yeah, so we're going to get that video. If I can ever find the time to, splice it together a little bit, we'll put it out there. Just so you can see what we're talking about. 'Cause it is pretty cool, I think. I mean, maybe that's a guy thing. I like the siren. It's pretty cool.
I know, but
Swift water's about to happen, so get
when
ready.
when you've lived here for 26 years,
It gets old? Is that what you're saying?
yeah. But I know you like it, so I do it.
That's the problem living on a lake to where the water level fluctuates. You can be on other lakes to where that doesn't ever happen. The water stays where it is, but because of and that's an issue because of boat docks and walkways and stuff. You're having to raise them, lower them, and then whenever it floods and the water level is really high, it's a big issue and just breaking loose and cables coming loose and boats floating down the lake and blah, blah, blah.
What's your point?
I don't know.
Where are you going with that?
I'm just saying is because it's the
'Cause
water
I said
level.
it was-
Yeah. So, I got a headache, by the way, so I just might start rambling
You're
and
rambling.
forget where I'm at.
You're rambling now.
I've taken too much Tylenol
You the
and
rambling man
ibuprofen.
today.
Yeah. So what do you got? Back to
looks
the.
like
let
on
me-
my board, he's got me things to talk about right here in front of me.
That's our secret weapon. You're not supposed to talk about that.
I like to tell everybody the secret weapon.
Yeah. Oh, what we're gonna say too is like you can take tours of the dam, and we're talking about doing that. So you can actually go inside and maybe you get a, the person telling you all about it.
I want to push the button
Push the button,
that makes it go.
makes the turbine turn on and on. Okay.
No, I want to do the horn. I want to lay on it.
That's why I'd want to be a train conductor or the engineer, whatever it is, just because you could toot the horn. Toot, toot.
You toot your own horn.
Yeah, I'm tooting my own horn.
You got a horn in your truck. You toot it anytime you want.
So did you see, and I didn't ever research it, but they think they have found the possible location of Noah's Ark. Have you seen that?
No.
Really? Do you keep up with anything? Any newsworthy? This is newsworthy to me.
I do not.
Is that interesting to you, though, if it's
Sure.
possibly true? That was not a truthful truth.
Yes, it is so interesting to me.
All right, next subject.
Quit your smirking.
I'm not smirking.
You're my news. I don't have to keep up with the news.
All right, well,
You're my
what do you bring
person.
into the episode today?
how you can't sleep late on your days off and you get up early.
Me?
People in general.
What about you?
Yeah, I can't sleep late on my off days.
But you get up and you can go to the couch or the recliner
And fall back asleep.
Yeah, and relax that way.
But I can't sleep in a bed. But I can sleep when I got to go to work. I can't get up.
Is it the mindset?
I don't know. I can be up by 6 o'clock without the alarm on off days. And with the alarm, I can't get up till 6:30 and I got to be at work at 7.
See, but I don't have the opportunity a lot of time. Like this weekend, I did not have the opportunity to sleep late.
But your sleep late's different than my sleep late.
My sleep late is, if I slept late, it would be 6 o'clock.
Right.
Right?
I want to sleep till 8 or 9.
But
I
my
try
body
so
won't
hard
let me.
and I can't.
My back won't let me. My back is the problem. That's what wakes me up.
But I can go to the couch. But then you got heavy feet that comes walking through there.
Mm-mm.
You can't sleep because heavy feet come through there.
So the only time that I could possibly sleep late would be a Saturday. Sunday I can't because I have to, at 5:50 is when I've got my alarm set every Sunday just to get up and do what I've got to do before church. No, we've got a whole routine, or I do, for that day. Saturdays, sometimes I could possibly sleep in late, but I just don't. But like this Saturday, I had to get up and do some stuff, and then the funeral and all that. So I think, I don't know what time I got up Saturday, but it wasn't late.
But why can't you sleep late on your off days?
When you say that, I'm still asking, do you mean me, or are you talking about in general?
In general.
I think people can.
I can't.
I mean, I know some people that will sleep till lunchtime. I think that's an age thing too, though. These people are younger, but they might stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning too on like a Friday night, and that's why they'll sleep till lunchtime the next day. But I can't. There's no way I could sleep for like 10 hours. I could lay in a bed for 10 hours, something like that. There's no way. Yeah.
But I just want to sleep late one day.
What time is? I mean, are you saying 8
7.
o'clock? 7?
7, 8 o'clock.
You get into bed till 8 o'clock.
No.
What? Going to bed at what time? Are you talking about like a Friday going into a Saturday morning?
Yeah, that's the only day I can sleep late.
I think people sleep. I think whether you sleep late or not.
They get up and just lounge, have a cup of coffee. Jody don't even if Jody don't set an alarm clock, he can't just get up and lounge and just drink his coffee.
I've always got something going on.
Not always.
It seems like I always have something going on.
You make yourself have something going on.
Yeah, so I've got something going on.
No, you don't. I just want to get up and chill. Let's take a couple of chill hours.
The longest I'll spend in the living room or whatever, on, like I say, a Saturday morning, is I'll get up, I'll start the coffee, I'll take a shower, and then when I go back in the kitchen/living room, I'm fixing my coffee, and then I'm outside. Then I might be back inside. Then I'm outside.
Why can't you just sit down and chill a minute?
Or I'm leaving. There's none of this getting up, going to the recliner, fixing the coffee.
I gotta wake
lay
up.
back, watch some news, watch some TV, watch whatever. Then go take a. There's none of that. It's I get up, I get ready, and I'm going
straight to the shower. I want to get up and just chill.
Well, I don't know.
And Jody don't.
I'm different than I used to be.
I just don't like it.
I think too is like I want to go ahead and take a shower because it'll make me feel better. You know? If I get up, roam around, or even if I got dressed and went outside or did whatever, if I haven't had a shower, I just feel nasty. I feel like my hair's everywhere.
All that hair you got's everywhere.
Well, to me, I've got a lot of hair. I need a haircut. I'm desperate in need of a haircut.
I tried.
I don't know. I think everybody, what is that you always say? To each their own?
I would say that.
You said that on the podcast a long time ago, and it's stuck with me.
Fun about it.
Stuck with me, so everybody's different.
You think so?
But I think large majority of people can relax, can get up, whether they sleep in or not, but they'll get up and they'll go relax in the recliner couch.
I want you to
and
do
they can
that,
stay
and
there
you
till
won't do
9
it.
o'clock, 9 or 10 o'clock, I guess. Eat some breakfast. And then, I don't even know if you'd call it starting your day on a Saturday, because some people just like ain't got a whole lot going on.
Yeah, I just want to do nothing.
Maybe they got ball games, softball games to go to.
But why can't we just do nothing?
Because I feel like there's a lot going on.
Well, there
And
is,
I'll get
but-
behind if I don't
Well, you're always
get going.
behind.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, there's always something to do, so you're always behind.
So I need to try and stay caught up by staying busy.
Nah.
Hmm.
You wear your body out.
Yeah, I guess.
That's all I got.
That's all you got.
Is that all I'm bringing?
What about, I saw that there was
What about I carry my little blankie with me everywhere?
Well, it goes from the couch to in here. It's like, hey, we're going to go
That's everywhere.
podcast. You're like, hey, I'm bringing the blanket. And I was like, that's fine, because
I
nobody.
try to put pants on, and he says,
Nope.
No, just get your blanket.
So that sounds
Even
bad.
if it's...
Say that, just realize what you said. So now it sounds like you don't have any pants on. And you're just
Well,
covered up.
I have shorts on.
Yeah.
And I was cool, and I said, I'm going to put pants on. And you
Nobody's
said,
ever seen your
"Just
legs
get the
because you
blanket."
always got a blanket on. But I don't see how you're cold.
Even if it's hot, I have a blanket on.
I am burning up right now. I don't know how you got a blanket on.
I'm comfortable right now. I told you to change clothes.
But I'm not if I'm going back to church. I'm just going to ride it out.
Not me.
So the other thing I saw was a female Hispanic, I don't know if you want to say Mexican influencer, that was doing a live stream, and somebody broke into her salon or whatever while she's there and shot and killed her while she was doing a live stream.
Did you
And
see it?
Yeah, well, I saw, not at that time, but later on, flipping through the old TikTok,
Oh, man.
they've got, I can't believe it's out there, but yeah, there's video of her getting shot. I mean, it's not gory or anything like that, but sure enough, you see what happens.
That's horrible.
It is horrible. They said they've seen an uptick in females getting killed, women getting killed. I don't know if it's that
On
area.
TikTok?
No. They're not pinpointing what females are doing TikTok lives. We're going after them. No, I'm just saying that I don't know if it's that area that she lived in, or if it's the whole Mexican area. I don't know.
Where was it?
Mexico.
In Mexico.
Yeah, she's a Hispanic influencer. So. And I don't know, that's a loose term, influencer. You hear that term a lot. What does an influencer mean? You've got at least 1 million followers? Less than that? What's the amount that you have to have following you
Ask
to where
Google.
you're an influencer? Yeah. Well, I don't care that much about it, but.
I don't know. I can't answer that one because I don't know.
And what are you influencing?
Influencing a lot. You forgot my stool, and I can't prop my feet.
Oh.
I can't put my feet down, and
what if I move this table up closer to you?
I'll be all right.
I just didn't know if you saw that because I saw
I
it.
hadn't
This
saw
made
that.
the
I ain't
news
even
and-
heard nothing about it.
It's all kinds of bad stuff on the news. Nothing.
I just stay in my bubble. I don't want to hear all the bad stuff.
Yeah.
Just stay in my little bubble.
Anyway. So you got nothing else?
I'm trying to think.
I brought something to you earlier. I was talking about Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow did a
Here we go.
3-hour, I think it was a 3-hour interview on the Sean Ryan show. It was very interesting. The only thing with Tim Tebow, though, I just wish he had a little bit stronger voice.
What are you trying to say about Tim?
He just needs a little bit more manly voice.
Have you heard yours?
He's really soft spoken.
Have you heard yours?
And every time Sean would tell him, wouldn't ask him a question, but Sean Ryan would talk about something or experience he had, and Tim would be like, "Thank you, Sean, for sharing that with me." You know, almost every time I'm like, "God, just come on now. As big a guy you are, muscular, just man up and be a little bit stouter on your
got us
voice.
in trouble now talking about OT.
No, I like Tim Tebow. Great guy. He just needs a little bit stronger voice. But another thing that bothers me is they call him Timmy. And so he calls himself Timmy when he's talking about people.
Why do they call him Timmy?
I don't know, but that really bothered me. Timmy.
I don't like that. Which I don't like people not calling you by your name. I'm not a
What do you mean?
Nick.
Well, you call me Joe. And my name is not Joe. But you call me Joe. So you can just flush that down the toilet.
You're the
what
only
you just
one I do that with.
Are you sure? You didn't realize it?
Yeah, I did. We did that because...
No, I'm saying you didn't realize that until I just now told you.
Well, it used to be JoJo. And that's what... That's what
JoJo's because all the kids
told
me that. So.
You want me to tell everybody what I really call you?
I'm sure.
The look on your face.
Oh, no, I know what it is. I don't care.
What is
It
it?
starts with a P. It's not that word. What are you thinking of?
What I call you starts with a P?
Pookie.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even know what you call me. Oh, my goodness. You don't know. You hate people that call...
The nicknames.
That call people by something other than their name or shorten or abbreviate their name. You hate that, but then you don't realize that you do that to me. And then now you're like, should I tell everybody what I call you? And I'm like, go ahead.
I was being mean. I was going to call you a mean name.
Well, okay. I just thought she was being honest and
thought
she was going to embarrass me. But no.
Pookie? So one time I was texting you, and I texted our preacher, Pookie.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Brother John.
Did he respond, or he just like, I know she didn't
just
mean
laughed.
that?
He just laughed.
That's funny.
So,
there needs to be another safeguard in there for texting. It's like when you hit that send button, it asks you again, are you sure?
Are you sure?
Yeah, just to make sure.
Reread that.
Yeah, because, there's sometimes you might have some information in there or something that you're like, it needs to go to this one person. So I need to double check and make sure that's who I'm sending it to. Agree?
I do that a lot here lately.
What, double check?
Yeah.
That you got the name right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know.
I don't know why, but...
Well, you want to make sure because it just depends on what your text is about. You just don't want to accidentally send it. Not that it's like something horrible or anything like that, but, information is needed for certain people and not for others. So,
right.
Yeah. I get it.
You get it?
Yeah.
Okay, Pookie, let's go.
All right, Timmy. But when he was telling these stories about... So if I'm telling a story, that'll be like, say if it was my sister and, she's telling me something. I'm not going to say that she said, JoJo, da-da-da. She's going to say, she told me, and then I go into it. But he would always... So he says Timmy throughout the whole thing, and it's just very strange. Timmy, in a soft voice. Timmy. So I've got... Do you want to listen to his proposal to his wife?
You're making me. Let's go.
I'm not going to make you, but it's a very interesting story.
Okay.
I just thought because he went way out and did this.
So he makes you look bad?
I think he hurt all of mankind with what he did. It's like nobody can compare their story or what they're going to do to him. But too, when you got money, it makes a difference too on how you can approach.
Why?
Yeah. Because you can do more. Well, you'll find out if you listen to what he did on his proposal. Also...
Well, why do you got to do that? Why do you got to go all out?
Special. To make it special.
Why?
Because it's a proposal is special.
Was ours?
Is it not? I would say so. A little rushed. But
a little
quick on the proposal side, but anyway. So, the other thing that I recorded, of course, we're not going to listen to it, but it was his stats. When he was in college, when he played for Florida, You know the eye black under your eyes
Mm.
that some players wear. You know, he had John 3:16. At one time, he even talked about on there that he was trying to figure out what he could put on there because he saw other teammates putting their mom's name. He said in area codes and just different stuff. So he thought he'd put "God bless" on his eye black, and he thought that was cheesy. That was his exact words, cheesy. So he did Philippians 4:13. You know, then he decided to do John 3:16, and he kind of stuck with that. And in one of his games, it was when he played in the NFL when they beat. I can't remember who they beat. Anyway, it's a big game.
Who did he play for in NFL?
He played for the Broncos for a short period of time.
Not long,
No,
right?
I mean like
Okay, yeah.
several games, not like even a whole year.
Right. Okay.
I think that's right.
Okay.
So his stats on that was everything added up to 316. We're talking about passing yards, rushing, time of possession, all these things, you know, and then like the ratings for that night for that game was like a 3.16 like share or what. I mean, it was crazy how many things had 316 in it. And so he is telling the story of that. But also he said that it almost shut the Google search engine down because it was their highest. It was over 80 million people searched for John 3:16 on Google that night when he played. And he said what was shocking for him is that many people didn't know what it meant.
Was.
Yeah, which is
Very popular.
Yeah, you would think
verse.
Whether people believe it or understand it, that still people would know, that verse. But I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, so do you want to listen to his proposal?
Yes,
it's a few minutes. It's a few minutes long.
Oh dear!
But it'll.
The people may not want to hear it.
Yeah. Y'all listen to this, but you'll have to put your headphones on.
I'm not putting them
Look,
on. I know.
I did not even wear my headphones this time.
I know
because I feel like a goofball since you won't wear yours. But you really need them to be able to hear each other.
Proud of you, Goof.
Really? You're calling me Goof now?
Yep. Your new nickname, Goof. Why does it matter which year you put it on?
Because it does.
Why?
See, this is so much better now. So, can you hear good?
No, I don't like it.
Can you hear fine before I hit the play button?
Can you hear me now?
I hear you just fine. All right, so here's the proposal Tim Tebow did with his wife.
I proposed
Soft spoken.
at my parents' farm, the place we moved back. We moved back from the Philippines, and I wanted to do it so different and special. And so how can you have a special surprise? You base it all on lies. And that's what I did. And I had everyone in on it, and I wanted it to be so special. So we had been gone in South Africa for Christmas and then doing football commentary stuff. So went in South Africa to ask her family for a hand, and we got back, and I had to do that before I did. I just really wanted to do it that way. And so we are at our house for celebrating Christmas, even though it's in January, and our family's together, and I gave her a ring for Christmas just to throw her off so she wouldn't think that the ring was coming. And so we set up all these lies. My whole family was in on it. Her family was in on it. And I told her that we, for every Christmas celebration, we have a big dinner at my parents' house. Total lie. We don't. But because she knew, she had always told me, hey, when you propose, I would, love to be dressed up, but the only thing I really want is I want my nails done. And so my sister took her out because they were a big dinner, so just naturally bringing up nails and did all their nails and dressed up. And then to throw her off the scent even more, I had one of our friends that has a car dealership to let me borrow a brand new truck, because I told her I was going to give the truck to my dad for Christmas. Because if she's thinking, hey, Dad, Timmy's giving this truck to his dad for Christmas, he's definitely not proposing. And
wow, you really thought this one out.
So we get in that
I hate
truck,
his laugh,
and
by the way.
we drive it to my parents'
him.
house. And what she didn't know was all of my family was already in the house, and she didn't know her family. I had secretly flown in from South Africa. But before we walk into the house, I said, hey, you can walk out to the pond. That was very meaningful to me, is where I just prayed many times, is where I decided, so tried to figure out where I was going to go play college football, is where we buried our dogs. It was just where it's a meaningful place. And I had an arch built there, and I had flowers all around it, and I had a bench made for us there, and flowers on the way out. So we're walking out to it, and about halfway there, she knew what was about to happen. And so we get there, and I get on my knees, and I propose to her. But I was just trying to find other ways for it to be special. And one of the things, she just loves her family, wants them to be a part of it. Well, she didn't know that in the hay bales that were all around, I had microphones that were planted in there. And so her family could hear the whole conversation. I guess it could have gone bad, and my family could hear. And so I proposed to her, and then I get my phone and I turn on our favorite song, which is by an artist called Matthew Mole from South Africa. It's called The Wedding Song. It's her favorite song, so quickly it became my favorite song. And we're dancing to it from my phone. But then, as we're dancing, I had turned her, and then Matthew Mole had flown in from South Africa and was walking out, and so then turned her, and Matthew Mole is playing her favorite song.
No
and so
way.
she's like, oh my gosh. And then we keep dancing to it.
I need
and
Bon
turned her
Jovi out
again,
on the water,
and I
please.
signed, and so her... she didn't know her family was there.
Or
and
George
then all
Strait.
4 of her parents, because they got divorced when she was like 1, and they remarried. So all 4 of them are amazing, and they're all in her life. So then she turned around, and there was her 4 parents that she's thinking they're in South Africa, and they're there. And so she's crying, and they're all celebrating, and then we're all hugging. And then when her back was turned again, I had several of her best friends that had flown in. She turned around, there's some of her best friends, and she's
man.
freaking out. And there's my family, and then and then so we just had an awesome celebration, and then it's so funny. So then my dad's there, and she's like, so wait, is that truck really for your dad? And I was like, no, it was just to throw you off the scent. She goes up to my dad, and she's like, Mr. Tebow, I'm so sorry that you're not getting a new truck, but you are getting a new daughter. And my dad's like, it's so much better. And it was just such a special.
Well
special
done.
day.
Well done. That is beautiful.
I proposed.
So if you're watching this on YouTube, you just sat through 2 minutes of nothing.
No, they can hear it. You still hear it. So, well, what did you think about that?
I remembered it when they said the truck. I've heard that before.
You've heard the story before?
Yeah. So I'm gonna need you to.
I'd say you went above and beyond.
I'm gonna.
But
need
that's
you to
what I'm
redo.
talking
gonna need
about.
you to redo yours and not take me to feed pigs.
Well, that's what I'm talking.
Yeah.
So is that what it
Telling
was?
on you. Yes.
Okay. But
Take
yeah,
me to feed pigs.
if you have money, it makes it a lot easier because you can fly people in. You can fly a supposedly famous person, possibly, that sings this song that's her favorite song in to finish the lyrics, and then fly her family, and then fly her friends in. And
That's a little bit much. Why can't you just keep it small and
that's
down
cool,
home?
though. Well, but I mean, hey. I do like the part that he's
'Cause
throwing
now-
her off the scent with everything he's doing.
Well, yeah,
like
but-
the ring for Christmas. If she gets that, she's not thinking she's getting anything else like a proposal.
But now
Yeah.
you really got to do a big old wedding now.
Well, possibly. I don't know. Well, you're probably going to plan on that anyway. But you want
If
the
you
proposal to match up to maybe how big the wedding's going to be, right?
I guess. I don't know.
I just found that interesting. And I thought you might. I thought of you when I listened to it. I thought you might just enjoy hearing about it. So, whether you did or not, I don't know. So,
I enjoyed it, honey.
okay. Okay.
Pookie,
I'm just getting this look from you like, yeah,
honey
okay.
pie,
Okay, she said.
Pookie pants.
What else you got? Anything? I thought you were going to come in here ablazing. I thought you had several things that you wanted to talk about.
I did, but I can't remember them. I really did have a couple of things, but yeah, I don't got a clue what they were.
What about another thing that was on my mind? Drive-thrus and paying it forward.
Drive-through password?
No. Drive-thrus and paying for the people's food behind you, or you getting up there and your food was already paid for. Have you ever experienced that? Has
Yeah.
your food ever been paid for?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
When you get up there, somebody in front of you?
Mhm.
And so did you like, thank you, or are you like, well, let me pay for the people behind me?
I just pay for the next one.
Yeah, but what's the chances? Like if I did this and it happened, I'd be like, I'm paying for the one.
Or you just give them what yours was going to be anyway, and that just goes on the next person's bill.
Okay. Because I was going to say, if I say, all right, I'll catch the next person.
Yeah.
Whoever's behind me, I'm going to pay
You
for
just
them.
say, hey, well, here's my 10. Just put it on
Yeah,
the next
but
one.
my chances of this happening would be like 19 kids and counting. The Duggars would be in their big bus behind me and me not realize it, and they've just ordered, so I've got like a $200
But do you
breakfast
have to pay
bill.
it forward right then? Like if somebody's doing something nice for you,
No, but what does the image look like?
I know,
Like the
like-
person at the drive-thru is going to be like, well, that jerk just didn't
They could
finish
keep
it
going on forever.
This could go on for, you would think you want it to go like at least, say, 10 or 12 cars, right? Just keep it going until eventually it's like, "Er." It's got to stop. Who's the person that it stops with? It's that person
'cause,
who's like,
it's
hey, I
good
got a
deed,
freebie.
Just like, I don't know, sometimes I'll see something that my bestie likes or something, and I'll just be like, oh, I want to get that and give that to her. And she'll be like, well, let me pay for it. And I'm like, no, you're not paying for it. It's just a gift just because I wanted to. Just because I thought of you or whatever.
Yeah.
So why can't it just be a gift and you don't have to keep paying it for it?
What if you paid for yours and then gave the drive-through person a $5 bill and said, hey, just put this on the next person? What if it never makes it to the next person, but it made it to that drive-through person's front pocket?
You hope not. You hope it don't work that way.
Just saying.
Just
I've never experienced it.
Really?
I don't know what, but you got to remember how many
You don't do drive-throughs.
how many drive-throughs do I go through in a year's time?
2.
Maybe a handful. Maybe.
And if we go through a drive-through, I have to,
If we go through and I'm driving, which if we're together,
always
I'm always
driving.
driving.
because I'm the
But I will not.
passenger princess.
I'm willing to drive through the drive-through, but I ain't talking.
And I
don't-
hate going in.
So and I'd rather go in.
Jody would rather go in.
So the
and
way
I
we
don't
battle
wanna go
this
in.
is that Amanda has to lean over me
I'll do
while
it.
and she will order.
I will order. And
And
then
it-
we get up there and they're like,
A female orders the food, and when I get up there, there's a guy in the driver's seat.
oh,
That's-
one day we should do that. And I should get out of the car.
Yeah.
And you drive up there.
That'd be embarrassing. I don't know if I could do it.
That would be funny.
Oh, they probably, but nobody would probably even think of it.
Probably not.
Because, if they're handling so many people, especially like some of these breakfast places that are like, they're so busy, they can't remember who placed the order or whatever, if it was a guy or a female or whatever.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
But yeah, we did go to one of that, and I'm not going to mention the restaurant's name. Your dad wanted this specific sandwich from this
Oh.
specific chain restaurant, fast food place. And by the way, they didn't have it. He wanted because it's sourdough. It's sourdough.
Yeah, he liked the bread.
And of course, they're like, oh, I'm sorry we didn't have, don't have the sourdough. But it was the worst. There's this big thing about how we make fun of the way it sounds when you go through a drive-through the speaker. You know how you can't understand them.
Oh, yeah,
This
yeah, yeah.
was by far the worst speaker I have ever heard. Could not understand anything they said.
and the next time I went back, you couldn't use the speaker. You had to drive up. Remember I told you that when he wanted
That's
that
right.
sandwich
Yep.
again?
Yep.
And I said, guess what? The speaker's broke.
I know,
And
but
you
it was
couldn't-
like,
And that's probably a week later. That's, wasn't it?
well, it must have
Yeah.
been going out or something. I don't
It
know.
must have
because-
been something.
Because it was like, I don't
It
know
was
the
horrible.
example to give you, but it would be like if they said, no, it's like, excuse me?
Yeah. It was horrible.
Yeah, that's exactly like it is. I couldn't decipher it.
Yeah. I'm like, what?
But and that's the thing too. What year is this? 2025? Am I right?
I think.
We're sending probes to Mars.
But we can't get good
we
drive-through
continuously
speakers.
send people. I mean, we send Katy Perry up to space. Now she's an astronaut, but we can't have a decent speaker at these chain stores. Come on,
Come on now.
come on. I mean, really.
Come on. Jody says, you want me to talk, you're going to have to get better than that.
Yeah.
He still wasn't talking it.
I don't like drive-thrus. Very seldom, though, I'll just go through a drive-thru. I'm just saying. But if you look, a lot of time, there is, drive-thrus used to be the quick way. I'm going to say not necessarily now. I think a lot of times you could probably get in and out quicker than you could through a drive-thru. But there's so many options. If you go to McDonald's now, you can't park to go inside because every one of them stupid reserved for pickup orders,
mobile
app use,
orders,
or whatever. So where am I supposed to park? Because I know the one that we got in town, and that was no lie. When I pull in, it's like everyone. It's almost like Walmart with the pickup. All these 50 parking places they've got reserved for you to pick up your groceries at. Yeah, well, that's the way it was at our local McDonald's. I had to drive around to the opposite side to where I found some freed up. I should have just been a jerk and just parked in the mobile pickup. What are they gonna do?
They do at Walmart.
I know, but I can't do it, though.
Guess what I heard we're
I
getting?
try and follow by the rules. What?
Guess what I heard we're getting?
What? I'll say it again.
Guess what I heard?
What?
A Crystals.
A what?
A Crystals.
A Crystals. What's a Crystals?
That's what Michael calls it.
Oh, a Crystals?
Yes.
How many times have we had a Crystals? And they ain't worked? They've closed down?
What?
Is it just once?
We had a Hot and Now.
Well, I know
Kind of
that.
like a Crystals.
Not really.
They were both those little square burgers.
Okay. Hot and Now was like, what, 39 cents?
They were cheap. They were good, though.
Is it Hot Now or In and Out? What was I thinking of?
That's two different ones. There's a Hot and Now.
Hot and Now is where Rallies used to be? Is that what I'm...
No. Was it not where the donut store is right there?
Crystals used to be.
That was Crystals?
Yeah.
Okay, well then maybe Rallies
because it was in with the
Hot
gas
Now.
station. People were listening to this like, what are y'all talking
What are y'all
about? We
talking
ain't got a
about?
clue what you're talking about.
Baskin Robbins was there with it too.
Yeah,
With the
but
Crystals.
The Hot
I
and
don't
Now.
know why he calls it Crystals.
The Hot and Now.
Maybe it was
They
right there
shut
because
down.
you could
It
go on
was.
both sides.
It was, yeah. But it shut down. It was so cheap. But I had always heard, and never researched it to find out if it's true, but I heard it was kangaroo meat. That's how they could sell their burgers for so cheap.
It was good.
But I thought Hot and Now was not the mini. I thought it was regular burgers. Not
Was
the Crystal size, yeah. And that's why it was such a deal. Because you could get these burgers for like $39, $49, $50, whatever it was, 59 cents.
Let me see what this box says.
See what that box says.
Let's see. Hot and Now.
Because In-N-Out Burger is still a thing. Hot and Now
Yes,
is a thing of the past.
In and Out is still a thing.
Yeah.
Hot
And
and
it
Now
is-
burgers. Okay, I guess they were regular.
Does it say why they closed? Can you...
The closest one to us is...
So there's some that's open? Or at least got that name?
What's MI? Sturgis? Sturgis,
Is that
MI.
Minnesota?
Minnesota. Hot and Now hamburgers, fast food standby for burgers and fries.
What's Michigan? Is that MI? I don't know.
They close at 10. You think we can make it?
I'm just asking a few simple questions like, so they're established. It's not the same company, I'm sure, because these went out in the 90s. I think it went bankrupt, whatever. But I thought,
So yeah, it looks like they're... But they were cheap, so that's what it was. They were cheap, right?
yeah, can you look up why did they close why did Hot Now close in the 90s? Due to what?
But they're still here.
Did you hear what I just said?
They're still here. No, I wasn't listening.
It's another name, but it's not the same company. I'm sure.
Why
But-
did Hot and Now close? Bankruptcy.
But
Several ownerships changes.
what?
It says it was a combination of factors, several ownership changes, micromanaging, and ultimately Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2004. The chain's profitable decline in the mid to late 90s.
But it doesn't say why.
Some restaurants were converted to Hardee's.
I couldn't tell you last time I had Hardee's.
Oh yeah, Hardee's is just like a.
Hardee's does not even sound good at all. Now, Hardee's used to be
mean-
known for their breakfast. They were,
Yeah.
you know, if like I don't know how many
I
people
didn't
out
even
there.
think of Hardee's.
We have a chain of restaurants or fast food called Jack's, and it's basically it's Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi. Maybe
South,
it's the
maybe,
South.
Or I guess.
So they are known for their breakfast. They are covered up every morning for their
used to be
biscuits. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It used to be Hardee's, but that's no longer.
Well,
I don't
because
know
our
how.
Hardee's closed.
Yeah, and
And then it reopened, but I never see anybody there.
it's just, I don't think it's a
Never.
good
I mean,
location.
I don't know.
All right, let's get out of here.
We out.
We're out.
We got a busy week this week. I do.
What about this rain?
Oh,
Every day,
Stormed 2 nights
it's
in a row.
stormed every night, or say 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. It's like where it's
It's bad this
raining,
morning,
raining
wasn't
for
it?
2 or 3 days, then it stops for a day, then it rain a couple of days, then it stops, and then it rain a couple of days. But it is unbelievable how much rain. I mean, we do not need any rain. We need to hold off and save this for August, when we'll have
We're in a
about
drought.
40 days of no rain. But why is it busy this week?
because my dad's got 2 doctor's appointments.
Oh yeah, you got stuff with him. Man.
So I'll be keeping the rose hot this week.
Mm.
Maybe I'll have something to talk about next week. Maybe.
Maybe so.
Where are you going to take me that we can talk about?
Where am I going to take you? Probably nowhere. I have to relax.
You're so
Stay at
not
home.
like Timmy.
I know. I can't help it. Timmy. Soft-spoken Timmy. Do you not think he's soft-spoken?
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
Or do you think it's... If you listen to that whole interview, you'd really be like, man, he just needs to man up a little bit.
Maybe you need to calm down.
I don't know. Maybe so.
All right, I'm out.
Yeah,
Peace
check us out. If you're not hadn't watched us on YouTube, check us out on YouTube. You know, the only thing about YouTube is our sound quality on YouTube is not where it needs to be. When I edit it and do all this stuff, everything still goes through our recorder. It should be the same quality on YouTube as it is on Spotify, Apple, iHeart, everywhere that you know listen to your episodes from. But it's just not as good sound quality. I don't know.
Well, that's not good. You need to fix it, Mr. Ratliff.
I mean, I don't know how to fix it. I don't think there's a way. I'm just saying it's just the way it. And even when I'm putting it on YouTube, when I listen to it, it sounds fine. But when it's released on there, it's not.
That's why nobody's watching it then.
I don't know. It don't matter. Oh, we got a few people. That's fine. Check us out.
All right.
We're at TikTok, Facebook. We don't hardly do nothing on Facebook. But anyway.
Peace out, Girl Scout.
Yeah, we're out. Check us out for episode 43 that hopefully will be out next week, if not the following week.
Are we not doing episode 43 right now? Coming out tomorrow?
I thought this was 42. This
I
is
don't
42. This is 42.
This is 42?
Yes, 43 will be the next
sure?
one. My goodness. All right, I'm done with you. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.